everyone, it's Kayla and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Thank you so much for stopping by to check out this video. For today's video, we are going to be doing another planner catch-up. If you have never seen one of these videos from me before, it is basically exactly what it sounds like. I'm just going to be catching up in my planner or back planning for the weeks that I missed in my Hobonichi weeks. I'm super excited to share this video with you guys. I'm super excited to share my planner with you guys. I know I did a setup video for this planner, but we're going to be getting into the nitty gritty. We're going to be talking about how I'm using this planner. We're going to see how I set it up for the week and all that good stuff. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the catch up. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you guys can get a better look at this planner. If you guys have not seen this planner before, where have you been? Have you been living under a rock? Because this planner seems to be one of the most popular planners in the planner and journaling community. I feel like most people at this time either have used and loved a Hobonichi weeks or are currently using and loving a Hobonichi weeks or a Hobonichi cousin. I don't know, something Hobonichi they are using currently because it's just that good. It is a really, really good planner. I actually used one of these for the first time back in like 2019, I believe, or 2020. It was a while ago. And when I tell you guys, I loved it just as much back then as I love it now. It is such a good planner. I don't know why I took a break from it for as long as I did, but I'm happy to be back with it. I'm happy to be using it again because it's just too good. I'm going to kind of explain to you guys what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So for the right side of the page, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it already comes kind of sectioned off. Like there's a line to create this little column here. And then I just draw some horizontal lines across to separate the column even further into weekly sections or weekly portions, and I basically do that so I can use that section as my work log. Now I don't really need to have a work log in this planner because my shifts are pretty much always the same. I work the same hours every single day unless there's been like a change or something like that, but I usually do a good 8 hours a day, which is 8 to 4:30. So I don't really have to write down the shifts, but I just like to do it because I really just like the way that it looks. And yeah, that's basically the only reason. I just like the way that it looks. So I do that as my little work log. And then at the bottom, I'm putting down some washi tape. I really love to use washi tape in this planner because even if I'm not using any stickers or anything like that, the washi tape does add a nice little pizzazz. It adds a nice little razzle dazzle to the page. So I'm putting down some washi tape at the bottom. This washi tape is from Happy Daya. I'm just going to praise Happy Daya for a little bit because I ordered from them recently and they sent me so many freebies, okay? They sent me like 5 washi tapes for free. They sent me a bunch of free stickers. They sent me pins. They sent me a ruler. They sent me little folders to put the stickers in. Like, they just sent me so many cute freebies, and I am so grateful because I'm going to use every single thing, and I was not expecting that. So if you guys have not placed an order at Happy Daya yet, run and place an order. I don't want to tell y'all what to do, but I think y'all need to buy some Happy Daya stickers because first of all, they're so cute and they're amazing quality. And the team at Happy Daya is gonna hook y'all up with freebies, okay? So definitely check out their website. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I just had to tell y'all how they hooked me up. It was really, really sweet of them. Alright, so next I'm taking these custom stickers from Bubba Bear Studios. These are their text stickers that they offer in the shop, which are so cute. I have a bunch of these. I didn't know they do them this small, or Jessica, who is a shop owner, I didn't know Jessica does them this small. So when I saw these, I had to jump on them because I thought they were perfect for this planner. So I did get a couple of these custom made. So I'm just putting down a to-do header right now. I'm also going to put down a work header and a habit header to track my habits for the week. Now, I do like to use the same style of sticker throughout the planner just so everything can look cohesive and kind of flow together smoothly. So, for instance, I'm using only Bubba Bear Studio header stickers here, and then in terms of like the deco and stuff, I'm only going to use Happy Dia stickers because I want everything to kind of look seamless. I am using these Rainy Dot Plan Monday through Sunday tracker stickers because they're the perfect size for this planner and I just love them so much. Those are the only other kind of text stickers I'm going to use in this spread, but other than that, everything is kind of, from the same shop. I'm using these icon stickers from my shop to track my habits. So I'm putting down a pill sticker to track my medications. Then I'm going to put down a little mouse clicker to track how many days I worked on my YouTube stuff. Then I'll put down a book sticker to track how many days I read. And I will put down lastly an alarm clock to track me getting up early because I am trying to turn myself into a morning girly. I am a night owl to my core, but I'm really, really trying to become a morning girly because I feel like when you get up early, you have more time in the day to do all the things that you want. And I also want to get up in the morning and not feel so rushed. Like I want to be able to take my time, sit down, have a cup of coffee or tea or something, and not feel like I have to rush to get to work. So I am forcing myself to become a morning girly. I gotta tell y'all though, it's not going well. It's not going well. Even now, like I think this week I only woke up maybe like twice early enough on time to like have something to drink and do my makeup and all that stuff. But yeah, it'll get better. Practice makes perfect. At least that's what I'm telling myself. So I'm trying to keep it going and see if it will stick eventually. I am going to take some more Happy Diet stickers. I usually like to track my walking in miles, so I'll take like some type of workout sticker or something like that. But for this specific week, I did not work out enough. I did not have any time to do any working out or walking on my walking pad. So instead, I'm going to put down this little cute bookish girly and write down how many pages I read for each day this week because I did do a good chunk of reading. I was actually reading this book called Molga, which is by a Korean author, and it's basically about the hidden camera epidemic in Korea. Like there's a big thing with hidden cameras being in restrooms and in like public or in like, all these weird places. So it's basically about that. The book was really interesting. Really, really interesting. So I definitely recommend it. But I was trying to read it fast because I wanted to give it to my cousin so that she could take home and read herself. So yeah, I did do a lot of reading this week. Next, I'm just filling in my habit tracker. Because the week has already passed, I already know everything that went on, obviously. But on a typical week, I would plan day by day instead of planning the week at once. But because, again, as I said, this week has already happened, I can plan the whole spread in full. Now, this Hobonichi Weeks is actually my main planner. I take this with me everywhere I go if it can fit in my bag, and I use it all the time for everything. I put my work to-dos in here, I put my personal to-dos in here, I put my YouTube stuff in here, I put my shop work in here. Everything goes in here. This is again my main planner. I have forgotten about all of my other planners, which is actually really sad because I do miss them, but I just do not have the time to plan in anything else. The Hobonichi Weeks, it's easy, it's simple, it's compact, and I can use this planner without getting stressed out. So yeah, this is my everything right now. All right, now we're gonna take this cutie little stencil, which I know you guys have seen me talk about before. I love this stencil so much. I actually have two of these stencils. Both of them are broken, but they are still usable. So I am using them to create little boxes, little check boxes, and then I'm just gonna fill out my to-do list. So on this weekly portion of the planner, I usually separate it into two columns. In the left column, I put down my to-dos, and then in the right column, I use it for day specific events or tasks or birthdays or anything important really that I want to jot down. It would go in the right side of the column. Now, I just started doing this year when I got this planner, because the way that I used to plan in here, I used to put like little mini checklists for every single day. I mean, it was fine for what it was, but I think I prefer just doing one general to-do list for the entire week, and then I'll just check things off as I get them done. It doesn't matter what day it falls on or whatever the case may be, I'll check them off as I go. So that is what I have been doing in here, and I have really been loving it. I've been enjoying it. It's been great and helpful for me. So I will continue to do this until it stops working or until I get bored. Also, hopefully the audio sounds okay for you guys. I am using a little mini mic that I got a while ago, and I feel like I need to use it more. So I think this is going to be how I use it going forward, because I feel like I want to get back into doing voiceovers. I used to be a voiceover queen, y'all, back in the day. So I'm trying to get back into doing them, unless you guys don't want to hear me talk. Unless you guys are sick of me yapping, please let me know. I will not do voiceovers anymore. I'll just maybe put some music over these videos or whatever. But if I am going to do a voiceover, I'm going to start using this mic. Hopefully you guys are liking the audio. Oh, I don't even think I told you guys what pen I'm using. I am using the best ballpoint pen of all time. This is the PENTEL CALME ballpoint pen in 0.7. Again, this is the best ballpoint pen of all time, in my opinion. I have to say in my opinion so the girlies don't get mad at me. But this pen is so good. It's thick, it's smooth, and the ink is actually black. I know that is a common factor in why a lot of people won't use ballpoint pens, because the ink is not black enough. But I promise you, this ballpoint pen, the ink is black. You guys got to get into it. If you guys are looking to get into ballpoint pens and you need a pen to start with this one, the PENTEL CALME. It doesn't even matter what size tip you get, because they're all really good in my opinion. That's my opinion. You guys know what I mean? Anyways, okay, I am next sectioning off my to-do list. So sometimes I like to do this. I like to put my personal to-dos and my work to-dos in one section, and then I section off like my YouTube to-dos or my shop work or anything like that. I like to have sections for them within the to-do list. Hopefully that makes sense, because it just helps me keep things separate. So I'm making a little YouTube to-do list. I use this cute little panda on the laptop sticker from Happy Daya, and then I'm just filling out my YouTube checklist. I don't know if I've already mentioned it, but this week that I'm planning for was actually the busiest week I have had in a really long time. I feel like the whole month of May had just been non-stop things going on, which I am absolutely grateful for. Like I love that I have things going on and I have family and friends to see and stuff like that, but your girl is tired, okay? I need a break. I need a day where I do absolutely nothing, where I lay in the bed all day, watch my shows, read my book. I'm longing for a day like that so bad, you guys have no idea. But until that day comes, I'm going to enjoy the company of family and friends. This week that I'm planning for, I had 3 birthdays, I had 2 graduations, 2 graduation parties, I had 2 birthday dinners to go to. So it was just a lot going on, which again I'm grateful for, but I was very overwhelmed and very overstimulated, but it ended up being fine. I was so happy to see again all my friends and family during this time. So yeah, I just had to mention that it was a busy week. So we're moving on to the right column where I put day specific things. On Tuesday, which I believe was the 12th, it was my dad's birthday. And then we had orientation at my job, which I usually have to set up the orientation. So I always like to mark it down in my planner. And then on the Wednesday, it was my cousin's birthday. My cousin was visiting from out of town. You guys have seen her before in the vlogs, but she was visiting from out of town and staying with us. So we did do a little birthday dinner for her. It was actually so cute. We met her downtown because she wanted to spend the day downtown doing some shopping and browsing the streets of Boston. So we met up with her at this cutie little Italian restaurant. I think it was called Piatini's or Patini's. I forgot the exact name, but if you guys ever get a chance and you're in the Boston Newbury Street area, downtown, whatever the case may be, go to Piatini's. Go to Piatini's and get you guys the beef pasta, okay? Because it was so delicious. Me and my cousin were in awe of how good the pasta was. Definitely a really, really good Italian restaurant on Newbury Street. And then on the Friday, it was my sister's graduation. As I'm looking at this, I realized that I forgot to put my aunt's birthday on here. And I think that's because we actually ended up going out with her on the Sunday to celebrate her birthday. So I didn't register that the Thursday was her actual birthday, but it's fine. Anyways, the Friday was my sister's graduation. So we did her graduation at 12, and then we came home and we started to set up for her graduation party at 6 o'clock. Crazy story I have to tell you guys about setting up for her graduation party. We put out a tent the night before. Me, my mom, and my stepdad, we slaved away in the rain to set up a big tent for the party because we did expect some rain on the Friday and we didn't want anyone to get wet. So we ended up setting up a tent. Tell me why. The Friday after we got back home from doing a little grocery shopping and we're getting ready to prepare for the party, we looked outside. The tent that we put up the night before was flipped over into the neighbor's yard. Yeah, it was flipped over into the neighbor's yard. So we had to rally in the troops, get all hands on deck to get it down. Luckily, my stepdad's friend was able to lend us some other tents that we could use because the one that got flipped over was completely damaged. But yeah, that was a crazy scenario. Of all the things that could have happened, the tent flipping over was not what I expected. Anyways, moving on to the other days. The Saturday, I believe, it was my cousin's graduation, which we watched on live stream. We didn't get to go to that one because there wasn't enough tickets for everyone, but we watched it on live, and then we ended up going to his graduation cookout in the evening. And then on the Sunday, we ended up going out to eat for my aunt's birthday to this place called Cactus Club. If you guys have never been to Cactus Club and you live in the Boston area, I believe it started in Miami and then there's one now in Boston. It is so damn good. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Like the drinks, the food, everything was delicious. I am counting down the days until I can go back there. And now we're moving on to the last little section of this planner catch up. I moved back over to the kind of weekly hub is what I call this page of the planner where the grid is. I call it the weekly hub because it's where I kind of put everything down. I go back over it and fill in all the things. I put down how many pages I read each day, and then I wrote down my happy meal. And that is pretty much how I plan and use this planner. If there's one thing I can say about the Hobonichi, it is definitely worth your money. It is on the expensive side, at least to me. For a planner, $40 is a little bit on the pricier side in my opinion, but I think it's definitely worth it. And this is the completed spread. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any more questions or any questions about how I use this planner. Let me know what planner you are using these days. And yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will definitely see you guys in my next one. Bye.